Hello, comic friends. First, I want to apologize for the quality of the audio in this video. I think my current microphone has bitten it. I have another one on the way, but apparently those are really hard to get these days with the amount of people that I guess are working from home or decided to take up podcasting or whatever. And they're out everywhere. So I apologize for that. What I don't apologize for is it being Wednesday, because that is awesome, because that means New Comic Book Day. And who doesn't love that? So what do we get? It was a good week. Healthy week. Couple of landmark issues out. And overall pretty fun stuff. So we have our Batman 100. I don't recall if this is the end to Joker War or not. I don't remember when that was supposed to end. But it is Batman 100, so a pretty significant issue. A little bit thicker issue. There are some pretty cool variants out there if you're into that sort of thing. So got that going. I might be the most excited for this. Legend of the Swamp Thing Halloween Spectacular. I love me some Swamp Thing. Six Tales Rooted in Terror. They're all new Swamp Thing stories. Swamp Thing obviously got his start in the horror genre of comics. I'm hoping it pays good homage to that. I'm really excited to read that. Thor number 8. Thor number 7 left off with some guy off the street picking up the hammer and being all Thorized. I don't know if that's going to be like, is that a new character? Was that just like this is kind of a funny thing? But the cover is pretty cool. Thor's in there eating a sandwich. Well, it looks like everyone else is outside fighting over the hammer. Thor's like, I don't care, I'm done with this. So that's pretty cool. Deep Space Nine, Too Long a Sacrifice. It looks like there was some sort of sabotage or something going on. There's a mystery to be solved. Love Deep Space Nine. That book is fun. Marvel Snapshot Spider-Man. I have enjoyed the crap out of every issue of this Snapshots. And as you can imagine, I am the most excited for the Spider-Man issue. So this might be the second thing I read after that Swamp Thing. This is I'm excited for that. Deadpool. Man, Bloodstone's there, blowing him away. So maybe their little truce or little team up is short-lived. Or maybe she's just doing it for the fun of it, because why not? He'll grow back. Who cares? Alien, the original screenplay. If you have any interest in the Alien franchise, you should be reading this. It's super good, super interesting. Gives some insight into the prequels that came out, Prometheus and whatever, which I actually liked. I know I'm weird, but I thought they were good. This looked like fun. So it's Norse mythology. So I'm guessing it is a rundown of Norse mythology as told by Neil Gaiman with art by Mike Mignola. It's the perfect book that you never know you wanted, and here it is. It's like it reached down into the depths of your subconscious, and like what book would be totally awesome that you'd never think of? Oh, let's get a recount of Norse mythology written by Gaiman and illustrated by Mignola. Oh, yeah, I do want that really bad. There it is. Magic. The other landmark issue we have is Amazing Spider-Man 49. This landmark because they get to play the numbers game where it's actually Legacy 850, so it's issue 850. So like, it's a multiple of 50. It's a special issue. It's really just, it's dumb. They shouldn't be able to get to have their cake and eat it too, right? The reason they do reboots of numbering is because they want to sell more number ones. But if that's it. You are renumbering. You don't also get to have the legacy numbers as, number 800, number 850. It's bullcrap. I know they're going to do it because it makes them money and there's nothing I can do to stop it, but It's like, come on, that's not fair. You're double dipping. Anyway, this had a lot of really, really great covers. And if you're into the variants and alternative covers, there were some great, great choices for this cover here. This was, I really like this just black suit cover. And then some various things. I picked up some True Believer stuff. So the True Believers of Avengers, what was this, 20 something? I don't remember the actual issue. But it's the first appearance of the Red Guardian, who is going to be in the Black Widow movie. Thought, for $1, I'll pick that up and read it. The True Believers of Tales of Suspense 51? 52? The first appearance of Black Widow. Again, I've never read it. It'd be good to actually read it. And if it only costs $1 to read it, hey, I'm okay with that. And this True Believers of Daredevil with Black Widow. I got this book. I mean, I'm sure it's on the shelf because of the Black Widow tie-in. I got it because of the Daredevil tie-in. I like old Daredevil. So I picked this up to read that too. Just fun stuff. And also, I'm not sure when this came out. I thought I had it pre-ordered, but apparently I didn't. But the first trade of Hellblazer. Maybe it just came out. Maybe it came out early. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I picked it up today, so now I can read it. So I read the first couple issues of this in individual issue form, and I really liked it until I decided to switch over to trade. So now's the trade, and I can read that. Oh, also, don't forget. Oh goodness, how could I forget? As of the recording of this video, 5 subscribers away from 200, and at 200, I am giving away this copy of Hulk 449, the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. Don't miss out. Call your friends, call your parents, call your grandparents. Get those 5 more subscribers in here. They don't have to necessarily watch. They just have to hit the subscribe button. That's all they got to do. Get people out there to hit the subscribe, and then I can give that book away. Looking at last week, highlights and lowlights. I'm going to say highlights. Shang-Chi, this was so good. This was really, really good. I'm actually, after reading the first issue, I'm sad this is just a limited series. I want a good, ongoing Shang-Chi. It's the same with the, was that last week? The Immortal She-Hulk. Was that last week or the week before? It might have been the week before. That was just a one-shot. It was so good. Like, why make that a one-shot? Why not just do it? Especially with all the She-Hulk hype coming around. Just make it a good ongoing. Same with Shang-Chi. He's been confirmed to be showing up in the MCU. And this was so good. Just Marvel, just do it. Batman 3 Joker's #2. I love this story. I don't know. I'm guessing this doesn't count. It's not continuity. It's too kind of out there as far as giving too much information about what and who the Joker is. And I know that Batman likes to keep that vague in the main universe. But it's such a good read. It's so good. Highly recommend that. Low light. Legion of Superheroes. Bendis getting in here and Bendising it up, doing what Bendis does best, talking freaking heads. Nearly this entire issue is just talking heads. It's like, I got so tired of it when he was doing Avengers. Like, he's a good writer, and when he breaks away from just the panels of faces talking, he does well. I think he just comfortably just slides into that. I'm just going to do some dialogue, and that's it. The entire book is going to be just dialogue. And it's good dialogue, but when it comes to comics, it's more than just dialogue. It's being able to write stories that aren't just straight prose. A lot of his talking heads books could be written as prose, like this person says this person says this person says this. And you get the same out of it. In a comic, I want more than that. I want, writing is about writing the action and interesting things, and not necessarily just action, but and panels with no dialogue at all to sort of tell story through images. That's part of comic book writing. Bendis can do it. I've seen him do it. He just feels more comfortable just writing talking heads, and that's what this was. It was tough to get through, and the entire time I'm thinking, ugh, when is this over? Because then when he does talking heads, it just goes on forever. This, whatever. I got other stuff to read, man. I love the Legion, but your Legion is not good enough for me to spend that much time on it. I'm sorry. Other fun stuff. 3 issues of What If. I don't know what it like. This series just gets better and more interesting. I think that I'm just getting to the time period where I really like the writing more. They're doing a better job of. So at the first number of issues of What If, they're thick, they're square bound, and it's just one story, and it's a lot of story in a single square bound, especially for Bronze Age. We're getting to the point where they're no longer square bound. They're still thick, and I think they still actually have the same number of reading pages, but they're doing a good job of noticing that, yeah, this idea for a What If is an interesting idea. It can't carry a whole thick book, though. So we'll make it take up half the book and then have a backup story or two. It makes them much more interesting, much easier to read. You get more concepts, more interesting ideas. And that's what they've been doing, and it's great. There have been at least one backup story in addition to the main title story. It was like kind of a history of the Eternals, which has been great because Eternals are coming, and I don't know a lot about them. It's starting to get into now the history of the Inhumans, which kind of bleeds from Eternals and is also cool to get background on. So I'm loving What If more and more. I loved it before. And then I started reading Darkhawk. I read the first 3 issues. This is the first 2. Issue 1, I took out of the key issue collection, and then I read it and put it back. So, but 2 and 3, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time to read more of this because it's so much fun. I love Darkhawk. He's like an. I hate to go this far, but he's like a slightly edgier Spider-Man. Like he has this sense of responsibility where he gets these abilities and he's like, I want to give it up. There's a lot to it, but at the same time, if I don't do it, then I'm not doing what I should because I can help, so I should help. But at the same time, he's a little darker, and he's like, God, maybe I should just kill these people because they're gonna kill people. So Spider-Man comes in and is like, oh, you can't do that, man. You gotta be cool. I can't tell if we're on the same side. Like we're both have the same general goals of trying to like do good, but we're not really on the same side. But I think he'll get there. But it's so good. It's good 90s. It's like good 90s, not bad good 90s. So I'm looking forward to reading more of that. But yep, that's it. Do the like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to especially subscribe to make sure that I can give this away. I'm crazy. I want to give this away. It's dumb. I'm stupid. I want to give it away. Help me help you. Subscribe. And then the like and the comment and all that. So that is it. Thank you. And most importantly, don't forget to make yours Titan. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.